Assalamu alaikum. What's up, everyone? So today we're going to talk about the difference between confidence and kibr. Kibr means arrogance. Kibr, it's just this word that means it's overzealous confidence that you might have. Arrogance versus confidence. How to differentiate the two and how to balance the two feelings. In Islam, it is important to be confident. You're supposed to be a confident man or woman who does the things that they're supposed to do. You have responsibilities, goals, dreams, aspirations. Being confident is needed in all those things. You have to be confident in your abilities, confident in your faith, confident in God, confident and feeling the sense of security in who you are as an individual and the skill sets you have. But kibr is something else. Kibr is this wicked feeling you get, this arrogance feeling. You just feel this fire on the inside of you that's not good for you. It's a toxic experience. It's a toxic emotion. For example, a moment of kibr is, say I'm playing soccer and you do a crazy good move and you burn someone and you're flying by them, you score, and you start celebrating their face. Yeah, I'm the greatest, I'm the GOAT. That's kibr. You have to be humble. You have to not be arrogant. And it's believing in yourself, but not over-believing in yourself in an arrogant way where you can't be wrong. Kibr is where you don't think you can be wrong. You're arguing and you will not say that you're wrong, even though you probably are wrong. To have true confidence is to understand that you can be wrong. So that's the two differences, where you're arrogant or you're humble and confident. How do you find that in between? Cocky confidence, where you tap into this feeling right here in the middle where you really feel good about yourself and you really believe in yourself even when no one else does. It might seem a little crazy, but you have to find that middle ground sometimes. And that makes sense. We're all human. We're going to have these varying emotions. But when you succeed, when you do something well, try your best to be humble about it. Because being humble in and of itself is going to be a blessing and a virtue for you. Having that kibr and arrogance is seen in the Quran as a huge problem. It's a hypocrite problem. You get into these really toxic traits, and you have to be able to separate the two. In Islam, we believe you have to have a positive self-image of yourself. You have to believe yourself as good. You have to believe yourself as having good nature, good character, good morals, good ethics, good values. But if you're successful, you feel good about yourself, yes, that's good. But having kibr is the problem. So for example, say you're a very religious person, you're reading Quran, you're reading Sahih Bukhari, you're a hafiz, you do all these good things, but you're constantly judging people. Okay, then what's the point? You have this kibr now by yourself. Like, oh, they're not doing it like me. They're not good like me. But that's where you enter the kibr. So you went from confidence into kibr. So again, it's this gauge in where you have to be able to maintain the humbleness and understand that you yourself can be great at whatever it is, but understand that some people might not have the same blessings or virtue or whatever it is that they have that you have. So that you have to make sure you have this confidence about yourself, yes, but then don't tap into that kibr. Remember, there needs to be initiative, hard work. That's how you're going to gain confidence. You're going to be more confident at skill sets that you have when you're doing the right thing. That's the main focus, is to have this intuitive confidence, this intuitive skill set. And that's how you're going to become more confident. But remember, don't let it go to kibr. Confidence just isn't about your own skill set, but also having confidence in Allah. So you're making dua, but you have to have this confidence that Allah's got your back, even if it might not seem it at the moment. Kibr, on the other hand, is seeing that I'm going to solve the problem. God's not going to help me. That's where you enter again, this arrogance, this kibr. So make sure you have confidence and trust in Allah's plan. Kibr, or this arrogance, is defined as having superiority over someone, the feeling of power over people, looking down on others, rejecting the truth. It is not humility. You are so arrogant. You're kibr. You have all this energy, and it's a toxic energy. And anyone who knows someone who's like this or acts like this, or when you yourself feel this way or act this way, you do feel a little gross after, because it's not a good feeling to have. When you think about it Islamically, arrogance and worship, they don't really coincide. Because how are you going to bow to Allah, bow down before God with arrogance? You can't. You literally can't. And the really amazing story about this in the Quran is when Shaytan didn't bow down to Adam when Allah had basically prescribed the angels to do it. And all the angels only listened to Allah. And remember, Shaytan was elevated. Iblis was literally elevated to that level to be among the angels because of his worship. But then when he said, I'm made out of a smokeless fire, I'm not going to bow down to some clay, and then created Shaytan, the devil. And it is interesting because this is showing us that how crazy a sin kibr and arrogance really is. Because that is how Shaytan, Iblis, became Shaytan. So it's really interesting to see it in the Quran and understand that. So remember, having confidence is a great thing. But remember, be confident in Allah's plan. Be confident in who you are as a person, an individual. But don't let it get into that kibr. Do not let it get into the cockiness where you walk around like you're strutting the stuff and no one can touch you. Because Allah can show you really what's up. And anytime I've ever felt this kibr feeling or talked smack or been this and that, it's like I got smacked upside the head right after. I remember something like that happened, and I literally remember the next play I got injured basically. And I was like, I deserve that. And in my head, I couldn't even be mad. I'm like, I expressed this arrogance and I understood that. So when you go through those experiences, let it be a learning lesson. But make sure you understand the difference and understand that you want to be confident, you want to be secure, but understand that it's not acts of superiority over others. And remember, Allah is the best of planners, Allah is the best of knowledge, Allah is the best of everything. So give your trust and confidence to Allah and watch how your life becomes a lot better. Because with Allah, with the gratitude, with the humility, you're going to become a lot better. You're going to be a better person. You're going to vibe better. So make sure you know the two and really have all taqwa and trust with Allah. And remember, only be confident with Allah. Allah will give you the confidence. Trust Allah, trust His plan, and always understand that having humbleness, acts of humility before Allah is going to make you the best version of yourself. So thanks again for tuning in. I really do appreciate the love and support you guys give. And be sure to leave comments and like the video. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next Friday, inshallah.